Right then, so campsite's down there. That's where the start and finish transition. If you can just see a track that's zigzagging from right to left, that's your first climb out, that's your first pinch point. And then you come out along this red track. And there is actually like a lodge park along the end of here, so you've got to be wary of any traffic that comes along. And you're looking to go out on the Duke's Trail, just past where the family is coming the other way. Which leads you to this bit. This is a reverse section of called the Duke's Trail. It's a walking trail. It's quite steep. Let's see, I'm trying to film and ride at the same time here, bottom gear. And there's a bit up that everyone's just going to have to get off and push. I mean, this isn't a mountain bike trail, this is a walking trail. Hopefully I can get up to it using just one hand. Well, the rest of it after that is all completely fine. It's probably one of only 2 places where you're going to have to get off. Beautiful walk for your kids though, if you're looking for something to do in Kielder. Obviously not when the race is on. So this first one, you can ride up that. I can't ride up it with one hand. For the second one, that's what we're doing in the chiller. So you can't get up that, you're on the outside. And you go up round the outside of here, take it wide, switch back, and you're back onto the track. Now into this is the first section of dedicated mountain bike trail called Ravens Hill. Probably only kind of a kilometre into the race. I'm going to have to actually use both hands for this, even though I've got no brake hand. You can nail it through here, but that's to do with 2 hands really. Here's me popping out on a light pipes road. Now, logging trucks have been told not to come along this road, but every time there's always someone does. That's Scotland in the distance there. Looking nice. So you've got a nice bit of red track now. This is Primrose Woods on the left, but it's still totally damaged. Might catch a bit of that as we're going through. Oh, this would be a no brake flat out down here, it's quite fast. Now you can see the damage in there at the moment. It's not the best. Just going to carry on straight past the walking trail there. It takes you down to the light piped cottages. This will be fast, but remember it's quite loose. Which is why I'm very conscious of using just my front brake with one hand. These are light pipe cottages on your right. And this is the start of, like, obviously the biggest climb. You're going to go from here, that little red post up from you. Apart from one tiny descent, you're going all the way to the top of Deadwater, which is obviously England's highest purpose-built mountain bike trail. So it begins. Tune, tune, tune. Oh, first section of the climb. This is actually first bit of two-way traffic that you're going to get. So we're continuing up left, but traffic's coming down out of the woods on the right, going down into Jimmy's Hill there. Stick to the left on the way up. We'll be coming down that later on. What we're about to do is reverse the regular red uphill section for 3 dogs along the car slipway, which is a routey kind of drop that we've added in. No entry, but for the race we'll be walking it down here. So I've reversed a bit along 3 dogs and we're coming up to Car Slipway. I'll say this will be closed on the date, so won't be traffic coming the other way. Just got a quick mention to Carl who builds these northern downhill. He's putting a lot of time up in Keeler, building trails, putting input, helping out. He's part of Cold Brew now, so we thought we'd steal this little section of trail from him, which is here. You can see it's more, although it's more his kind of downhill style with roots. Car Slipway is actually rideable by anyone. It's not that bad. So that's out of Carl's slipway, and then we're going on to 3 dogs with a cheeky little reverse section in, which is quite hard, but basically it's one continuous climb now to the top of Deadwater. So I wouldn't go off too fast from here, but it's hard. This is the top of the 3 dog climb. We've reversed the black trail here. And I'm out of breath because there's 4 super punchy climbs, which are obviously meant to be downhills. But that's 3 times we've cleared them now, so it's all fine. A beautiful views from here. And we carry on this way, left and up to Deadwater. Right, continuing our climb, going this track on the left, keep going up, and then the really hard track starts. Okay, so that nice grey climb, you'd normally carry on here, go to the top of Deadwater. This is where we couldn't figure out the kind of crossroads because the downhill comes from the left. So what we decided to do was go up the downhill on the left and then come back down that forest track and whip down this red here. It's called Skelly's Rigging, and me and my friend went and rode up about a quarter bit last time we were here. This takes you to the top of Deadwater. You can tell you're getting high because the wind's picking up, temperature's dropped, and this will be your hardest climb of the day to your highest point in the course. Let's just get it done then. Well, I've reached the top of Skelly's Rigging, so obviously we're riding up what we're looking at now. This is downhill track. My goodness, that was hard. You can just see the bit of the track that we're going to go back down. So you ride up here. Great if you love your technical climbing. Straight over then, right? So you got to pick your way up. You got to look for the bits with the least amount of gravel. If you get the gravel you spin, then it's hard to start up again, but it's steep at the bottom, and then it's got this little ramp at the end, which I was cursing at that, but I managed to get all the way up without putting the foot down. Here's the borders over here, that's Scotland. That's beautiful over there, isn't it? Gorgeous. The dome is what you're aiming for. And over this way in the distance will be Cheviot, so I can just see them through the clouds over there. I can see Roman wall knocking around, which will go all the way across here. And then there's the top of the Pennines in the distance. Lake District will be way over there. But yeah, this is the highest point of the course. I don't know, is it 560, something like that. You can see high because you're at the top of all the hills around you. And this is going to be the toughest part, and you've got kind of downhill coming up. It'll be fast because it's just a forest track. Just concentrate because you'll be going really quick. So that was coming out of into the valley there, which is lovely. Then we're going to go left with this couple of walking here. Jimmy's Hill. It's a lovely red descent. That really enjoy that. This is along the watchtower. Oh man, let me put this here. I've already been over the stone bits, which are the hardest technical feature on pretty much the entire course, but again, if you're entering this kind of race, then it won't be a problem for you. It's just worked its way along, nice and hidden in the trees. Well, that first 12 kilometres is hard. That takes you all the way to the top of Deadwater. And then along the watchtower, lots of steep stuff. Your heart will be pounding. But then you've got this kind of mid section where you're transferring from the man-made trails across to the jungle and some natural stuff. It's just the point if you want to get some speed up, relatively flat compared to that stuff. That's just grind for the first 12k. Just because there's Forest Drive is down there. It's the main route that takes you from Kiel to Burness. Come here in the morning, there's also lovely mist in the valley. So you'll be getting some proper speed up along here if you want to open your legs. It's a nice descent at the end, bumpy but nothing technical. Takes you on to Archer's Clough. This is Archer Clough, and the last bit went quickly, so I think it's roughly without checking the halfway point. This is just like a little finger that comes out. The last descent I did was not as I remember. It's actually had a bit of work done. Slippery than I remember, fast. But it's just a forest track. And this is just like a little finger that climbs up and then you come straight down the other side before you head over to kind of the natural jungle based stuff. This is actually the return route on that last year's jungle. You can see the tree line up there. Obviously they've flattened all the trees in between. That route's still usable up there, but you just can't get to it through the fallen trees back there. So this bit was completely enclosed and you had things reaching out for you. You obviously going in the other direction. But they did at least leave this forest track, although it's completely open. So I'm on the hard stuff now. It does actually drop off. I'm going to have to use both handles for a bit. Over this brush, nice and bumpy. I'll just slow it right down here. So this track, this natural track, is still here. And you've got to go over the occasional bit of brush, but this is like old school mountain biking. This, pick your way along this random track, jump over the occasional bit of wood, bit of hole there. Love it. So you got this kind of outbound, goes into the edge of those trees you see in the distance, and then comes back, and then there's a forest track on the other side of these trees, which is completely clear, nice and fast. And this is the end of Fawcett's Fandangle. There's really been a Fording machine in here, make it nice and rough. Still easily rideable. I should pop out of Fawcett's Fandangle soon. I think there's been a car along here at some point. And then hit the return forest track, which is nice and quick. This is nice and bumpy though. Ah, fabulous. So sweeping out of Fawcett's Fandangle, you know, you've got this lovely, smooth, fast sweeping forest track, which works its way back. So you eventually have to go into the jungle. So a tiny bit of this to get some speed up. Oh, that bit was wonderful. Like, very fast from all the way from Fawcett's Fandangle. But I've engaged bottom gear because I know it's coming up. This is the start of Jungle 2. Yes, that does look like a jungle. And this is the highlight for me. How difficult this is. Oh, bottom gear, bottom gear, bottom gear. Looks like someone's tried to drive in here. So you can see what you're up against straight away. Overgrown, hard track. Hard riding. Oh, I'm trying to keep it upright here. So your effort's high, but your speed is slow. Probably got a kilometre and a half. It's not as bad as this bit. It is pretty difficult. this is the end of the jungle. Moving on to a section which is just outside the forest. Which are called the Lang Dune. After Western Lang Dune came along and gave us all the help making it. Comes along here, hits some really rough grass, big tuft of grass, bombs out the other side of the forest, and then you've got this open grassy bit which I think I'm going to term as memorable. I'll just come down the edge of those trees over there. This is the loop above Scap Farm. It's a little two-way section at the bottom, so you just do a loop, come back round and down the forest track, but this is the only other climb of note really. This goes on, I mean, it's 1.5 km, 2 kilometres, something like that. Just grinding away. Nothing like the ones on the other side that you do at the start of the Deadwater. But at least it's a solid forest track. Once you've completed this, there's only one other climb before you head back to base, and it's not that big. So this is your last climb of note. Back at Scap Farm loop, just come down that reasonably stable red track, and you come along this, which deteriorates as you go along. It's just a natural trail with bumps on. It's back to the old school mountain biking again. But for here, then you haven't actually got that much. How much further to go after you've done this section? You get out on the forest drive and you get some speed up relatively flat. So the Scap loop, it's quite nice. That's some natural terrain coming down. Loose, I mean like slippery on the surface because it spends a lot of time under the trees. So on a dry day, it's got like a slimy surface to it, so just be careful on the descent. Then you hit this tarmac. This is a forest drive, so as you come out of the Scap loop, you'll be booming along at some speed. Remember, the public can go on this. This is an open trail which takes you to Keeler to Burness. Mainly just off-road vehicles. A very slow and normal one. We've got a tiny bit of this. And you do a little offshoot which is just designed to get you off this for a bit. And you go into the blue. Let's just stick this down where I go up here. So you can really put the hammer down along here. See there's a little crossroads just ahead. I did plan to take you down with this offshoot on the left, but it's just too tight to get down and come back up. Instead we'll stick on this until we hit the blue. Well, this is the last blue section of the forest drive. It runs really nice in reverse. It's not even officially open yet. The Russells did a great job strimming it, filling all the holes. So first time it's open will be for you guys doing the Deadwater 100.